After all the voting is said and done today and the results start to come in tonight, there are 7 states everyone will be watching closely. The margin between candidates in these 7 swing states is razor thin and could likely be the deciding factor in the presidential race. Just across the border in Wisconsin, the average of the last 14 polls show Vice President Harris within just a 0.8% lead. Remember, there's a margin of error of +3 or -3.
Sure, of course, yeah, it's been tight the whole way through here, and with a race that close, turnout could really be crucial to both sides. Se Kwon is live at a polling place outside of Hudson, this morning, with how things are going so far. And say earlier this morning when the polls opened, we saw a line out there behind you. It looks like things may be a bit more quiet now. Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Yeah, Hannah, that's absolutely right. We saw a big line outside of the Hudson Fire Department. This is one of several polling locations here in Hudson. You can't see it right now, but there actually is a line inside. It's just people have moved inside at this point, and there's still a pretty steady line of voters waiting to cast their ballots today. As you mentioned, though, Wisconsin is one of those battleground states that a lot of people are going to be watching very closely here, and it explains why we've seen these candidates campaigning in several different cities across this state, and that includes VP candidates Tim Walz, Vance, who just wrapped up on the campaign trail yesterday in Wisconsin. I want to show you some video of what things looked like when we entered the polls, when they opened up just about an hour ago at this point. We saw so many different voters coming in here, and really the conversations I've had with the voters that were in line, they seemed like they were in high spirits. They were excited to get in, cast their ballot, and get on with their day. At this point, we all know Wisconsin is that battleground or swing state, and I want to explain to you why really quick. It was one of 3 blue states that went narrowly for Trump back in 2016 after almost 30 years of Wisconsinites voting for Democratic presidential candidates. And 4 years later, President Joe Biden won all of those 3 states back, including Wisconsin, where we saw a margin of about 20,000 votes out of more than 3 million votes cast. I do want to mention I spoke with the city clerk here just yesterday, and she says there's a lot of excitement building up within these voters. Listen.
Definitely excitement in the voters, and it has stirred. We did a lot of registering of the younger population, so a lot of first-time voters, which is very exciting to see. Yeah, I think turnout's gonna be great. Being with the in-person numbers are proving that.
A tight race to watch also is the race for Wisconsin's U.S. Senate seat between Democratic incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin and Republican businessman Eric Hovde. This race is crucial for both sides because if Baldwin wins to another term, Democrats could hold on to their majority in the Senate. And then, of course, if Republicans flip this seat, it could help them gain control of the Senate. Now, you just heard from the city clerk. She mentioned some absentee ballots and early voter turnout. And she tells me that there are 9,600 registered voters here in Hudson and 5,100 absentee ballots that need to be processed. Now, Wisconsin's rules do say that they can't count any of those ballots until these polls open up on Election Day. So you can imagine what those poll workers are doing right now. They're starting to count those absentee ballots while also checking in the people who are coming in to vote in person at the polls today. Back to you guys.
They are busy, to say the least. Thank you, Se.